In case you haven't heard the story before, here is a brief recap. It all started here in this field. Some shepherds were sleeping and they were awoken by a star. And then an angel of the Lord came and said a new king was being born in Bethlehem. And then this happened. And then the shepherds rushed off to find the new king who was being born. Meanwhile, back at the manger, the Virgin Mary gave birth without complications, and the word of this new king named Jesus had spread all across the land, and 3 magi showed up with gifts, and everybody celebrated the birth of the baby Jesus. King Herod had heard about this new king who was being born, and he sent his troops out to kill all the male babies in the area. So an angel of the Lord came to warn Joseph, and he was able to get his family out of the country and into Egypt.
When Jesus was 12 years old, Joseph and Mary took him to Jerusalem for the Passover, as was the custom. As they were returning home with relatives and friends, they suddenly realized Jesus was not with them.
Have you seen Jesus anywhere? No, I haven't. I thought he was with you.
We missed him coming out of Jerusalem, but we thought he might have been with friends.
After searching for 3 days, they finally decided to come to the temple and ask about Jesus. And there they found him, sitting among the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were amazed at his understanding and his answers.
Son, why have you treated us so? Your father and I have been looking for you anxiously.
How is it that you sought me? Did you not know I must be about my father's business?
And then Jesus went missing for 18 years. When he appears again, he's 30 years old and in need of baptism. So he went to John the Baptist, who performed the service. And after he was baptized, Jesus spent 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness being tempted by Satan. And then it was on to the miracles.
Lazarus, come forth.
And then Jesus hit Jerusalem. And he really hit Jerusalem. He was very angry at the present authorities, and they felt the same way about him.
This man Jesus has stirred up the people from Galilee to Jerusalem with his false teachings. You'll do a great service by helping us to rid the nation of this false prophet.
Jesus knew he was going to die the next day, so he prepared one last meal with his disciples.
Take and eat. This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. Truly, I tell you, I will not drink again of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom.
I demand by the living God that you tell us whether you are the Christ.
I tell you, hereafter you will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of God.
He has uttered blasphemy. Why do we still need witnesses? You have heard his blasphemy. What is your judgment?
Death to the blasphemer!
He should die!
It was still very early in the morning when Pilate received the news.
The sun has not yet risen. Why was it necessary to call me down here at this hour?
The chief priest demanded that you be called, sir. They want quick judgment of this man.
Here is your king. Shall I crucify your king?
Father, Into thy hands I commend my spirit.
And he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. And behold, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom.
And then Jesus rose from the dead.
He was lifted up, and a cloud took him out of their sight.
This Jesus who was taken up from you into heaven will come in the same way as you saw him go into heaven.
Lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world.